Hey everyone, Switch Double here. This video is gonna be a little bit different from what I normally do. You see, my girlfriend, Vigoddess, had asked me to do this video to inform all of my fans, viewers, and friends. Some of you may not know this particular story, but it is something that happened to her family about 4 years ago, during the 4th of July 2019. A tragedy happened. It's something that actually affected her family for quite a while afterwards, and it's a bit of a long story, but I will try to short down the story as much as possible, since some of the details have been forgotten by myself over time. Like I said, it has been 4 years ago. So, anyways, let's start. About 2019, at the time, me and Five Goddess had been dating for about 1 year at the time. Me and her had made plans for her and her mom coming over to Sweden during the summer of 2019, so that I would finally be able to meet her in person for the first time. But unfortunately, it never happened. You see, her dad had been, at the time, wasn't feeling well, and he had ended up in the hospital after it happened. And they wasn't sure if he was gonna be there for a long time, and what the doctors told Figoddess and her family, it wasn't looking good for her dad to make it. You see, the doctors told Figoddess and her family that her dad, his chances of survival was slim to none, like meaning that there was a very low chance that he would survive. You see, his kidneys had started to fail and they just shut down completely, and they tried all the best in order to keep him alive. But on 4th of July 2019, they had only been given one option. The kidneys wouldn't start. It was basically too late for him. Figoddess' mom had the hardest decision to make. They decided to let him go. I cannot even imagine it's like to be having giving the one choice to unplug the life support to someone dear to you. And I honestly don't know. But the only I can only imagine it is the pain. I mean, it's really hard. And after that, she told me the same day what happened, and I was heartbroken. You see, I only talked to her dad only once during a FaceTime on Facebook. I only saw him once, and all I can say is I was pretty much looking forward to meet him. And there is actually one thing that I should mention. Her dad, well, at the time when we first started dating, around 2018, he was a little bit skeptical about this long distance relationship, but eventually he actually warmed up about it, and seeing how happy his daughter were, and seeing her so happy with someone in her life, he actually started accepting it. I was pretty much really looking forward to meet her dad for the first time, but when this tragedy happened, I I cannot even imagine what she once was going through. And now, 4 years later, it still affects her family on the day when he passed away. Even though we had made plans to be seeing each other that summer, I told Figoddess we would cancel our plans so that she would doing it come over the year after instead, during 2020. I mean, you can only go to your parents one of your parents' funeral once, and I told her I will be there for her no matter what happens. And I can honestly not even imagine it's like to be losing a parent. Even though my dad was really close that he could have lost his life back in 2017, I was pretty much looking forward to meet Fight's dad in person. After all, he was the rock in the family. Seeing how much he really meant for the whole family, to Fight's mom, and just hearing the story, the news that when he had been put in hospital and that he was fighting, but eventually lost the fight. I I cannot even imagine that. So yeah, so this is how Fire Goddess lost her dad, and yeah, I just don't know. I really had hoped one day to be able to meet him, but what she told me about him, he was a good man, a good husband, a good father. So yeah, everyone. So all my fans, viewers, and friends, some of you may have heard about this story, but some of you may not have. But but here you have it. This is a story how the tragedy that affected my girlfriend's family for quite a while after it happened. I know it's hard to lose someone. But anyways, this is Switch Diablo over and out.